There, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Frame by Frame, where the mission from the previous episode continues on. And thankfully, it did not self destruct at all, because that was a lot of info to share with y'all. Although, I will share that I did manage to go outside to get some fresh air after I had recorded the episode, so now I'm back at 100%. We Gucci. So now, for those who managed to get through all of part one, props to your focus. I have graciously accepted that my voice is not like Morgan Freeman, and it surely ain't like Elvis. And that was a lot for me to deliver for my comeback, especially to being very specific towards the end to make sure that nothing was misinformed on that legal story. So now that we are diving into part two, which is a significant improvement of a fun sequel, kind of like Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire or Breaking Bad season 2, like Breaking Bad, where every season just got better. I can assure you that this will be very separate. This tone is changing like TMNT 1 and TMNT 2. Now, because here's the thing. We are solely tackling all of the movie buzz that I have compiled in this sequel. And okay, yeah. I have a lot of thoughts that I have been saving up for this. So before we jump into the cinema cheeseman, if you're wondering if a TV show will get renewed for another season, I mean, your instincts were right to come to this podcast because I too like to make sure that my shows do not get canceled. Not ending it on a cliffhanger or an undeveloped storyline. I mean, come on now. Feel free to like the video if you're into the continuous generations of Grey's Anatomy, Law and Order SVU, etc. Subscribe if you are more of a Stranger Things streamer where you binge watch the episodes all at once. Comment your thoughts. If you happen to have a show that was just canceled too soon, and then go ahead and share this episode with your family and friends if you think that some shows should not be touched and just leave it at its time for what it is. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all waiting any longer, so let's get our large popcorn and our large drink because the cheeseman is ready to be spilled for today's episode. Now, to start off slow, in digital news, Sinners, Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Surfer, The Amateur, Clown in a Cornfield, On Swift Horses, and Shadow Force are now available to watch on digital. So if you perhaps missed watching it in the movie theaters, well, here's your chance now to catch up. Now, I know that there were some movies that I had not caught up on watching, like Shadow Force and Hurry Up Tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure to watch those ASAP. And now, I do my best to watch the movies while they're still new in the movie theater, but let's keep it real. The thing is, each movie, it takes some time out of my day where I have to coordinate when the next one is going to be able to be watched. And then all the other plans that I've got out here in life, because y'all, I do have a social life. It does take some time to develop the script and to develop everything else and take notes. But that's where the balance of some movies being streamed at home versus going to the movie theater, it kind of helps me out. So then that way I can be able to gather everything just for you. Now, in trailer news, Happy Gilmore 2, the sequel with Adam Sandler, has been released, so y'all check that out on YouTube as well. And then we've also seen some previews out of Wednesday Season 2. There's also a teaser trailer that is out for Downton Abbey 3, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein teaser trailer. Oh, yo, that one has me hyped. I am so anticipating to see this movie and to see Jacob Elordi from Euphoria playing the monster, the title monster of Frankenstein. I'm curious to see how his range is going to be and how, as an actor, how he's going to channel this monster into his craft. I personally feel like he'll be able to deliver, especially with his height, and I feel like he's definitely got potential. It's going to be released in later November of this year, so it will be on Netflix as well. So go ahead and be on the lookout for your Netflix accounts and make sure to press that reminder button so that way you can get notified of when it is officially out. Yo, the plethora of other trailers that have been released, starting with The Lost Bus, starring Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrera, The Pickup, starring Eddie Murphy, our girl Kiki Palmer, and Pete Davidson, and also the horror movie Don't Log Off, and then also Brick, the movie that will be released on Netflix July 10th. And I'm sure this trailer, y'all have been waiting for me to talk about it, so I am going to. Wicked for good. If I was wearing gloves right now, oh, they come off. I know that the drama that is going to ensue in this film is going to be felt to the core. I mean, yo, we are literally going to witness chaos in this sequel, especially with Dorothy making appearance along with the other OG characters, and then the friendship that's going to happen with Glinda and Elphaba to the driving point, and the music as well. It's just the poster itself was just captivating. And then now seeing the trailer and hearing the music, I am gonna be there that first weekend to see that movie. This is gonna be the talk of the year come Thanksgiving, and people are still talking about Wicked. So now to get Wicked too, the ambush is real, y'all. And then I bet you that some TikToks are gonna go viral over certain scenes, the music numbers, the big debates.
Hold on! This is my favorite. Hold on! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
I'm gonna stab him.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
It's my favorite
She
movie.
wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog!
I want to be on the lookout because if you're one of those people that's gonna be annoyed by Wicked, good luck with the next level of chaos. I am just saying. Now, the other trailer that is out is Zootopia 2, that is out on YouTube. And that movie is going to be released on November 20th as of now. So it's going to have some competition because Wicked for Good is also going to be released that same weekend. Talk about quite the bad. In addition, the trailer for Welcome to Derry, the prequel TV series, is out now to watch. And guess what, y'all? Bill Skarsgård is returning as Pennywise the Clown. I he had to work really hard to dive into the mindset of Pennywise and the creature. So I'm wondering how he was able to craft his way and dive back into this character because it was very difficult for him at first to do it. It's not like a switch that you could just flip, you know? Also, I am bringing up the movie Kiss of the Spider Woman that is starring J-Lo, Diego Luna, and introducing, I hope I can get this name correctly, Tona Tiu. If I mistake that, I am so sorry. After seeing this trailer, okay, here's what I'm gonna say about JLo. She has had a lot of talk last year with her work and her personal life, and I have seen the numerous stitches on TikTok and the memes, and she got a lot of hatred. And the way that she chose to come back, her incredible work ethic and her showmanship, which one of them includes this film. This is her first musical film. And then based on watching the trailer, suits her well with the dancing, the costumes, the character, just the entire plot in of itself. We know that she has a pop voice. She's not a vocalist, but she's not letting this movie hold her back. She is coming back strong. I already feel that the buzz is gonna go around to where she's feeling that whole and the Academy for Best Actress 2026 goes to. Now, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I still feel like some haters are gonna go watch the movie regardless. There are some movies where, yes, definitely can't act with the right character. So I feel like with this one, I am curious to see what she's gonna bring to the table on it and see if it lives up to the hype. While I was in the movie theater, I saw the trailer for A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, and I am looking forward to this film. It has caught my attention. The premise of it looks very great about reliving your past in order to change your future while at simultaneously confronting what you wish you would have done in the past. It just seems relatable to a majority of us that there are some things that we wish we could have done if those doors were presented to us. After I saw A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, I also saw the trailer Splitsville with Dakota Johnson, and let me tell y'all, from Materialist to this movie now, the fact that she's starting to be a leading lady with lighthearted genres, I can see that suits her well. To go from 50 Shades to now Lovable Shade, what she's giving me is the energy of Liv Tyler, like a modernized Liv Tyler. And I cannot leave out Eddington. That is going to be released on July 18th with Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Joaquin Phoenix. Wow. It looks like an independent Western with a strong original story. I mean, ooh, yeah, my list is getting as long as Santa's naughty and nice list. It is. I'm not playing with y'all. There are so many trailers that are coming out. It's like it's hard to keep up. But y'all go check out these trailers on YouTube whenever you get the chance, and then just comment your thoughts. Now, in sequel news, oh, y'all ain't ready for this because we got a lot of sequels coming our way, starting with The Incredibles 3. I am excited for this. I'm going to be there the first weekend to watch it, and I better see some of y'all sitting in the same row with me or in this, at least in the same theater because, we got to feel that vibe with Pixar. You feel me? Also, another sequel that I'm excited to watch, despite how the last one appeared, is the Godzilla Kong Supernova. That movie is going to be released in theaters as of now, March 26, 2027. I like the title. And as to my earlier comment, I wasn't a fan of the Godzilla Kong movie that was released a couple years ago because it was like they made Godzilla very comical and it made it seem like it was more of King Kong with Godzilla being featured in it. Yeah, guess what? 2014 Kong. They want that fearless Godzilla back. Now, also in other news, James Gunn has recently said that with Batman 2, it is still moving forward, even though it has been almost 3 years since the first Batman, and fans are just awaiting the highly anticipated sequel. There are fans that are tagging James Gunn and just waiting, like, okay, when is it gonna start? When y'all gonna start production? We need this movie. And yo, the wait is worth it when it comes to certain movies. There's a lack of patience that is starting to occur. And, obviously we don't want to wait 10 years, but at least we got to give it some time for them to develop the sequel and make sure they develop a good plot for it. Because if they rush things and y'all start to hate it, then you're going to wonder, well, why did they release such a crappy sequel in the first place? We shouldn't have asked for it. No, it's because the fact is we cannot be hounding on them to release it when we wanted to. It takes a lot for the story to develop. Not only that, y'all, it's also got to be on the availability of the actors, the director, like the locations and everything. Here's something that y'all need to think about. Robert Pattinson is in Dune Messiah. And so he's got to film that first, and then he's got to go with Batman 2. Let's just be entertained with other movies in the meantime, because that's going to show us how time flies by. And before you know it, we're going to have the sequel right in our hands. So, and then that's where we're going to be able to buy the ticket, be anticipated, and be excited for the movie. If there has been a date set for The Devil Wears Prada 2, May 1st, 2026. That is very soon, yo. And all three incredible actresses are returning, with the plot supposedly is going to be surrounding the death of the magazine sales due to the online presence taking over and the decline of Miranda Priestley. Here's my take on this movie. I personally don't think that there should have been a sequel. It is eminent on its own. It is still quotable to this day. And the way that they ended it was just superb. That being said, now, if they do it well, okay, I'll accept it. But then if they screw it up, I knew from the jump. Well, there's only one way to find out, which is that when I buy my ticket that weekend. Now, also, here's another personal thought. I don't think that we need a sequel just to reunite them three on the screen. I just think we need to get those three actresses in another comedy movie, or just in general, another movie where their chemistry just shines with their best work on screen. And I feel like that's exactly what we need. It doesn't have to be how we saw them originally. We can see them do dramatic work as well and working with each other. If we were to see them three in an Oscar-nominated movie, now that would just be superb. The Devil Wears Prada 2, groundbreaking. Okay, now moving on. On another note, Toy Story 5. Yes, y'all. We get the fifth one after a majority of us have voted that the Toy Story should have just stopped at 3 with Andy going to college. Now, at this point, he's most likely married with his own wife and kids by now. So, with Toy Story 5, there was a first look that was revealed that the kid's tablet, which is called LilyPad, where the tablet will have a different perception of what's best for the child Bonnie in contrast to the living toys. Now, see, Andy would never convert to an iPad for toys. But anyway, I could see where they're going to take this plot down. It's modernizing how today's kids are Like they're more of playing with their screens instead of playing with live toys. And then there could be the jeopardy of the toys being decreased over time and not being made into factories, not being sold a lot. So I can see how that is going to be played out as art imitates life. Also, y'all, Conan O'Brien, the talk show host, apparently he got cast as a new character called Smarty Pants. That's suitable for him. So we'll see how he does in this. Now to continue on, Mortal Kombat 2. The trailer is going to be released next month with Carl Urban portraying an older Johnny Cage. So go ahead and keep an eye out for that, as well as Violent Night 2 with David Harbour reprising his role as literally the badass Santa, which is stated to be released December 4th, 2026. Now, if y'all didn't see a Violent Night, I recommend it. So it's another badass Christmas movie to add to your list. Now, there has been multiple reports out that are spilling the word that supposedly Sabrina Carpenter is being eyed for a key role in, get this, Mamma Mia 3. Nothing has been confirmed yet. Although that would be an interesting addition for Sabrina Carpenter to be in that musical movie. She can go with it aesthetic wise. So now, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Sabrina Carpenter is a good addition to Mamma Mia? Go ahead and comment and let me know. Now, in more recent news, Scarlett Johansson has told Vanity Fair that Avengers Endgame should have been nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Quote, it was an impossible movie that should not have worked, that really works as a film. And also, it's one of the most successful movies of all time. I mean, she's not lying on the success part. And I cried like waterfall tears with that movie. The emotional depth and the investment of that 11-year-old MCU journey, it should have been more recognized in terms of the awards and all the hard work that the production team put in and how it built up from Iron Man to Endgame. I'm with her on the nomination part. Like whoever did not cry while watching that movie, they all even have a heart. Now, also on the Today Show, Mark Hamill was asked about Star Wars, and let's just say he did not hold back on the Disney sequels. He says that's why George Lucas never considered killing any of the main characters. And the new ones, they just popped us off one by one. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I do appreciate his honesty because the sequels, here is my take on this. Now, I remember seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens with my family. We were lucky to get tickets because it was sold out every single showing. The website crashed. And when the time that came out and we went to go see it, oh, the theater was loud and the action was just like, it was like seeing a private screening of it for the first time and then seeing the big surprise that happened in the middle of the movie. I cried, my mama cried, and people in the theater cried. It was huge. And so when that movie came out, it had a huge promise to the new sequel trilogy that was going to happen. And then it went downhill after that with The Last Jedi. And you know what? I don't even consider revisiting the last two at all. I do feel that sometimes when it comes to killing off a certain main character, that can help drive the story further for more development. But in this case, some of it just wasn't really done right. Maybe I'll do a Star Wars episode in the future. So you know what? Go ahead and let me know what y'all's thoughts are, because that way I could be able to watch the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy, put down my notes, and then just see what I come up with. Also, I have some more news to tell y'all. Ryan Coogler has confirmed that this is exciting for me. Denzel Washington is going to officially appear in Marvel's upcoming Black Panther 3. Ryan Coogler stated, I think he's the greatest living actor. And in terms of what he means to our culture, forget about it. I've been talking to him about this for a long time, and I wholeheartedly agree. Denzel is a living legend who has brought us a plethora of phenomenal movies, some of which are in my all-time favorites, like Training Day, Malcolm X, Remember the Titans. And then he's got other great movies like Fences, American Gangster, John Q, Man on Fire, The Bone Collector, Pelican Brief. I mean, his list just goes on and on. I am hyped to see what the role is that Denzel is going to take on. And you know, when you come to think about it, he's one of the rare few celebrities who have not inserted themselves into the MC universe or in just superhero universes in general. So I know that Ryan Coogler is going to give him a fantastic role, and that way he'll be able to continue to show it. Now, also, Clint Eastwood has given his view on the current state of Hollywood. Quote, we live in an era of remakes and franchises. I've shot sequels 3 times, but I haven't been interested in that for a long while. My philosophy is do something new or just stay at home. And I completely agree with Dirty Harry. He is spitting wisdom on how the movie industry is. And the fact is, he is all for original stories to direct and to put out there more. Now, we need some filmmakers to jump on this bandwagon. And the same with corporations as well. Y'all need to listen to Clint Eastwood because the fact that he is 95 years old and still going strong, oh, we are here for this grind. We are here for original content. We are here for strong human interest pieces that need to be heard for everybody to watch, especially for his latest movie that he directed, which was, I believe, Juror #2. I loved that movie. It was very original. It was gripping, and I recommend y'all to watch that one. Now, Chris Hemsworth has released a statement thanking Marvel fans for supporting him as Thor. Now, why am I getting a feeling that this guy is saying goodbye and that Thor is going to die? I hope not, because Thor is a god. And when I saw that picture of where he was on set with Channing Tatum for Avengers Doomsday, which the movie has been delayed to December 18, 2026, and Avengers Secret Wars has also been delayed to December 17, 2027. It has been a crazy ride seeing how the MCU has got to this point with the multiverse, with the B Ventures, and now we're going to see Fantastic Four get their justice of a great movie, and now some of the X-Men characters are returning too. This is going to be one for the book. Also, James Gunn, now going back to James Gunn again, he has said in a recent interview that the movie industry is dying, which is like somewhat similar to Clint Eastwood. Quote, the reason why the film industry is dying is not because of people not wanting to see the movies. It's because people are making movies without a finished screenplay. That says everything. Now, from what I know, usually before something gets greenlit, a screenplay has to be finished, whether it's a rough draft or a final draft. Then it gets sent for approval. And then after it gets approved, then there's meetings to hold. And then you have to move through with estimated budget and then having casting calls, and then getting the casting directors, and then possible actors to consider. Then you have table reads, stat locations, etc. And this is usually like a normalized process. And then to hear that these screenplays are not being finished while being greenlit, that's scary to me. Even though in the past it's not new. I know a few movies like Pretty Woman underwent some major rewrites in order to become the beloved romantic comedy that it is now. And even Toy Story 2 had its troubles within the script the same year it was released. And they couldn't even postpone the release date. I hope that screenwriters going forward finish the script. No, for real, y'all. Finish the script. Now, let's switch over to TV news. So, y'all, there is a revival happening with Malcolm in the Middle. Yes, you heard that correctly. They recently wrapped production last month, and it's supposedly going to be released sometime this year. Now, I did my research, and I did watch some of the show when I was growing up, but I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. Although, I do feel that it's pretty cool to get the original cast back together, especially with Mr. Bryan Cranston. Oh, he's one of my all-time favorite actors. And then we have Frankie Muniz from Agent Cody Banks, and he transitioned from an actor to now that he's a NASCAR driver, and now he's coming back into a familiar role of his. I'm gonna put this on my list and see how this is gonna work out. So, in more TV news, the final season of Stranger Things is going to be split into 3 parts. Cannot believe this. So, y'all, get this. Volume 1 is going to be released November 26th. Volume 2 is going to be released on Christmas Day. And just the final episode, New Year's Eve, the torture. They really tried to give us to do waterfall tears during the holidays. I mean, we're already breaking the bank. Now we got to break these tears out. I'm not ready for this, but you know what? The kids are grown up, and now it's going to be the wrap of the final chapter of Stranger Things from 2015 to now. So I got to collect my emotions together. It's like watching the mid-season finale and the finales of The Walking Dead. Oh, that hit hard at the time. So I I'm just gonna meditate and then just be emotionally ready. Also, yo, the Better Sister and Paradise are being very intriguing for me to watch at this time. I had mentioned before that I had just started watching Paradise and I cannot wait for season two. And now watching the Better Sister. Now, I don't know if this is a limited series or if they're going to try to continue this into a sequel series, but the premise so far is just it's got some interesting twists and anticipations that has my full attention. And it is exciting to watch. And yo, I am also anticipating for the season 5 premiere of Only Murders in the Building. I'm currently on Hulu finishing up season 4. Ooh, yeah, it is challenging to squeeze in all of this binging. I don't know how you do it, honestly, because I'm watching The Better Sister, Paradise, Only Murders in the Building, Abbott Elementary. Once I finish all of that, oh, y'all are going to be the first to know. Now, in casting news, Patrick Schwarzenegger supposedly is being eyed for the lead role of a possible upcoming adaptation of American Psycho. Guess what? He is interested. He responded online to a fan with, I'd love nothing more. That's going to be quite the versatility that he's going to be able to show off in this killer role, no pun intended. And after his success in the White Lotus season 3, he's coming off to show, and people are responding to this as well, that he is being more than a Nepo baby. He is an actor that is talented, that has put in the hard work. And yo, watch the Actors on Actors YouTube video that he does with his father. He almost dropped the Schwarzenegger last name. I'm glad that he kept it. So that way he can be this generation's Schwarzenegger and to prove that he is capable of bringing versatility onto the screen. So I'm looking forward to see that if he does indeed take this role, then let's see what he has in store for us. For those who love this franchise, The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping has quite the cast. Y'all need to go look up the cast and see who is in there from Elle Fanning, Kieran Culkin, Jesse Plemons, and so much more. Now, the hype has gotten a lot of talk online. So if anybody else is hyped for this movie, let me know. And I also cannot leave out the fact that Andrew Koji and Noah Centineo are in talks to star as Ryu and Ken in the live action Street Fighter movie. Now, this has definitely caught my interest because Street Fighter, they need to nail this movie just right because then it'll be lauded as a great martial arts film. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. Please do not mess this up. I am begging y'all. Cars turned 19 this year, yo. It was released in 2006, released by both Disney and Pixar, to big success that expanded to merchandise, toys, and cultural legacy in animation. I remember being so fascinated when I saw this film, and I still enjoy the movie to this day. It is just when I look back on Cars, I feel very nostalgic because that movie in of itself did change the game for being a joint picture with Disney and Pixar. I don't know if some of y'all were waiting for me to talk about this specific event, but I'm gonna. So when Final Destination Bloodlines came out, y'all, did y'all hear about the theater where the ceiling collapsed during the screening? Oh, hell no. To be honest, I kept looking around thinking like there better not be something that happened. The light better not flicker, the ceiling better not get loose, the screw in my seat better not jump up on me or something. Yo, I was trying to make sure that nothing was going to happen to me while watching this movie. Now, despite answers that were wanting to be demanded, the theater has yet to issue an official statement. And there were a lot of social media posts that revealed that the venue was in poor condition due to the recent rainfall that they had occurred. Now, me, what I would have done, if I saw any first sign of something falling from the ceiling, nope. And then just dip out. Nope. Just not even gonna work. I'll wait for streaming at this point. That damage was crazy. And especially during that movie. Nah, fam. That was not a coincidence. Death came and Unfortunately, Jurassic World Rebirth will not be shown in IMAX because IMAX apparently is prioritizing releasing superhero movies like Superman and the Fantastic Four, and they were both shot with IMAX certified cameras. And apparently, they are both expected to dominate July's box office. Now, Jurassic World brought billions, so I feel that Jurassic World Rebirth should deserve to be released in IMAX as well, especially when there's a lot of people that are anticipating this film. What can I do? It ain't my call, but I still hope for the success of Jurassic World Rebirth and I will watch it. Even though I'm not a fan of the Jurassic World trilogy, I will watch this one just to see where it stands within the franchise. And lastly, to wrap all of this up, here is a little cinema history to drop for y'all. In May of 1980, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back and The Shining were released 2 days apart, May 21st and May 23rd. One of them reshaped sci fi, the other one redefined horror, and now both of them have become instant classics. It is literally 45 years later, and they are still both being talked about to this day, studied with themes and analysis, and still being quoted to this day. Now, in y'all's opinion, which one changed the industry more, The Shining or The Empire Strikes Back? Now, don't be shy. Come and share your thoughts with me. Also, I hate to say this, but that's a wrap for the movie buzz. By the time that I finish recording this episode, there's going to be plenty of more movie buzz to cover, and I'm sure that this one was a lot for y'all to uncover. But hey, that's the beauty of the invention of rewinding, right? It's always just in case that you forget to write the date down, or you see the trailer, or you see something, and you remember, I saw this from Christopher NOT Nolan's video. Of course, it is my duty to make sure that I don't leave y'all hanging. And so now I am going to end this episode with a positive quote that I have got from one of my favorites, which is by Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Now, here's a random note. If I had a few guests on, like a round table, or even just like a bigger desk like this is like my version of a movie night where we watch our movie of choice and then we talk about it afterwards. Like that would be insane. Maybe in a future episode when this podcast develops and it grows, I hope to achieve that. I can actually envision it like so much in my head. All of us like with some popcorn and some snacks and then some candy. Now, y'all go outside, get some tan, go swimming, or get some good fresh air outside with Mother Nature, and be on the lookout for my next episode where I will review the beginning of June films. So y'all do not want to miss it. It includes How to Train Your Dragon, Straw, Materialist, and much more. All right, so I'm going to leave y'all here. Have a good day or night, and catch y'all next time.